All right, welcome everybody. I wanted to see what's up with everybody today. It's Friday, as they call it, right here at Trucking Answers. And the Supreme Court came out yesterday and had some words to say. So I wanted to see what everybody else thought about those very words that they had to say. So let's see what you have to say about what they said. And then there's a few other things. If you want to know what's going on, we got a winter storm. And as an astute viewer sent to me, and I thought this was pretty interesting, Walmart is having problems with their uniforms. They forever have problems with drivers, but really the main thing today, the Supreme Court, and we'll probably get the little vaccine thing underneath us today. But that's okay. This is a current news story, so I've seen tons of other articles about it on YouTube's, so we should be all right and not get taken down. What do you all think about the Supreme Court handing down kind of a split decision where they're allowing the medical community to be mandated, but not everyone else? So that's where we are today. And there was an attorney talking on the radio yesterday about this. I'm not an attorney. I don't know if people know that. I am not an attorney. So this will not be considered legal advice. So you should seek an attorney. But I will tell you what that attorney had to say about this as we go along today, just in popping in for a little bit here today. Flat Highway is here. Dan is here. Hey, what's going on, Joe? What's going on? Yeah, Chicken Hauler. It's a win for freedom. Yeah, when depending on government funds. Yeah, that is exactly correct. Zell is here. What's happening? Zell. Joan Harper, what's going on down there? Hey, we're going to miss the snow. I love it. Delroy, Happy New Year. Yeah, we are ready for 2022. Chris, it's Frankfurter Friday. Every day's a good day to put a wiener somewhere. Silver, my dispatcher just worked me like I owed him money or something. 3,400 miles in 5.5 days. Wow. That is 2 weeks of work for me. Yikes. That's going to be a nice check. Lunch is on you for everybody, I think. So that's going to be a pretty nice one. I thought I was an attorney. I know some people do think I'm an attorney, so I like to tell people that I'm not, so that they don't get the idea that I may be giving legal advice, which I'm certainly not doing. Is America free land or not? Not really. Not really. Don't pay your property tax and see if you own your house. They should have done nothing, right? They kind of, well, I mean, they're passing on it, but 50-50, I guess. Favorite non-attorney, a.k.a. appreciate it. Maybe someday, right? We'll see about that. If Kim Kardashian can pass the bar, anybody can. Ryan, hey, Mark, hey, what's going on? And which she did, by the way. Joan Harper, why am I off? I'm not off. I should be on right there now. Jail travels, that's not right. When it comes to the medical community, the court's decision should affect everyone, not just one side. So, well, I mean, here, that's the thing. I don't want the government mandating things that I do to myself. It's certainly not their purview to do that. I looked through my pocket constitution, and I didn't find anything in there that allows the government to make me get a vaccine. So I'm all for the 6. It was 6-3 in the Supreme Court for this one. What about medical advice? Oh, I give plenty of medical advice. No question about that. No question about that. Jail travels, Missouri, run to St. Joseph, Missouri to pick up a load of batteries and heading to Fort Wayne. All right, Fort Wayne. So what, General Motors? They have a big truck plant there, right? Pam runs that. Ironically, a lot of local Pam drivers up there. How about that? So perfect. Why are we off? I mean, work. Yeah, we're working today, of course. Rick made a $2,000 paycheck this past Thursday. Yesterday, made a $2,000 paycheck this past Thursday. That's not bad. I would say $2,000 paycheck. That's crazy money. So Canadian drivers don't have to be vaccinated because they threaten to quit, but American drivers have to vaccinate to come back in the U.S. Isn't that interesting how that works? Because drivers here won't threaten to quit. That's the thing. People get stuck in a kind of a rut and won't leave wherever they are. But, all you got to do is stick together a little bit, like I keep telling everybody, and you can move mountains if you just stick together on one thing, right? But that is true. Parked in Des Moines, we're getting 10 inches of snow today. We'll see how it is. Yes, I'm right in the middle of this U. It's going to go down and come back up. They're pulling everybody in the scales in Georgia. I was just reading about that. All trucks are going to be pulled in. They're going to tell drivers not to go driving around. It's going to snow in Atlanta. How about that? And the ATL. That's what the kids call it these days. Pam is not a good company if they have good contracts. That is true. Look, and the Pam drivers at in Fort Wayne, although they're not doing as good as they were, they still do better than probably the Pam Road drivers. They're home every day. They get hourly, although the overtime, they just upped it to 55 hours. I got a number of letters from drivers about that. But still probably better than their road drivers. I didn't know if that's where the batteries are going, but that would be a big thing in Fort Wayne, certainly. How much does, Ryan, how much does a pirate pay for corn? A buccaneer. Wow. That's going to go in the record books. Sam, I wonder how many people are going to enforce it and how many drivers are going to quit. That's what I wanted to ask, because that's what this attorney was talking about. That just because the government doesn't mandate it doesn't mean your company can't mandate it. And Jen Psaki was out talking, and she said, we're going to look into this, but we're going to continue to talk to companies to stress to them the importance of, getting everybody a shot. And that what that means is we're going to put screws to all the companies to make them do what we want, or there's going to be problems. That's how I took it. But, that isn't exactly what she said. But is anybody's company enforcing a mandate right now? Which they can do, okay, so they can make you choose that way. I'm just wondering if anybody, I think Tyson was doing it, and but that's basically about it that I heard of. Tyson, where they're feeding you like family. Johnson Controls. Oh, all right, Johnson Controls. All right, so no, it's still up there. This plant's up there anyways. Right, your company hasn't even mentioned it. They just are like, we're not even going to say anything about it. We got nothing to say about it. That's good, though. That's good. They're just laying, hey, you do you, basically. Kelly, good morning. Yeah, what's happening out there? Anybody else going to get stuck in the snow, too? We got this big U of snow coming, up to 15 inches of snow, which is a lot of snow in one day. It's the first time it snowed in Atlanta in 4 years. Tyson, okay, so Tyson is enforcing it. Tyson is one of the only ones, then, that I've seen for trucking companies. Werner said no, but they encourage it. That's what most companies are doing. That's what they're doing here, too. They'll even pay you to go get it. And they're paying for Booster now. I saw that on there. So you can go get that and get paid. But that's all they've said. Get it and you get paid. So that's as far as they went with it. My uncle went in for a prostate check. His doctor was playing an R&B music during the check. Yikes. Anyway, no music. And don't look at that guy when that's going on. He should get the one where you just do it yourself at home. Because holy moly. Did he get it at the manhole, by the way? Sometimes they do those there. Make an informed decision about what exactly you're putting in your bodies. Exactly, and it's up to you. Up to you is what I've always said. Running up I-49 in Missouri, way stations are closed, locked up, nobody home. Midday. Well, yeah, they're all waiting for the snow to come. I mean, you need to get out of there immediately or faster. Sam, nobody said anything about it at the company, at your company. Basically, make it your choice. Okay, that's good. That's how they should do it, and I like that. I guess Tyson so far is it, right? They're like, no, you're getting it or too bad. Which they're still, as that attorney said, they're still allowed to do. Drew Braca. My boss has been so nice over the past year. Simple fact, it took him 4 months to fill in one open position. Wow. Well, you may want to go in and ask for a raise. Boy, tell him, hey, it'd be terrible if you had another truck empty for 4 months. Kind of give it to him on that. All right, so now Smithfield is making 60,000 get vaccinated, but not the drivers, because we spend most of the time by ourselves. All right, that's what they had earlier said. The OSHA came out and said, oh, it would only apply to team drivers, which I think is funny. Somebody you live in the truck with all the time. But otherwise, no. So now they can't even do it there. Kelly, I'm broke down, got holes big enough for radiator, lost all my fluid. Did you run a rock over or something? What happened with that? And hopefully you're not broke down in the snow. Motel time. Chicken hauler. Speaking of Tyson, next Friday is my last day. I'm going back on the road flatbed. Does that mean I have to change my name? Yeah. You have to do flatbed hauler. Wow. How come going back to flatbed after that? Is this Roller Wiener Friday? Well, the Supreme Court came out with a big deal yesterday. So new drivers would be in on that one. My company, Church Transportation, we're not enforcing the vaccination. That's good. They paying anybody? Or did they say anything? Or just whatever, right? That's the way they should do it. A manhole, right? You can get the manhole is the ultimate Johnson Control. They have Johnson Controls to the manhole. Prostate exam, pretty nice. This is Friday, Joan Harper. You bet, Friday. It's Friday, as people call it, because they don't like their job or whatever. Joe, it's an illusion. Watch a news report of people applying for jobs and no one calling them back. It turns out most applications go unanswered. So everyone hiring and trucker shortage. Exactly. And as I said on my award-winning podcast on the last one, We went to the emergency room last week and for an unrelated issue to COVID, and I counted up all the people in the emergency room. Okay, well, we were there. That was last Friday, so 1 week ago. You know how many people were in there? None. Just us. I asked the nurse, I go, hey, has it been busy in here? She goes, nope. Not really. You're the first people I've seen all day in here. So there you go. You can take that for what it's worth. That's 1 week ago in an emergency room in one of the largest hospitals in town. My company's offering $300 bonus and a free health care coverage, but only if you go into Canada. Really? All right. Well, that's something. $300. That's one of the biggest ones I've seen, actually, for truck driving. Have you been to Owensboro? Probably. Not in a while. If there's a trucker shortage, why are shippers and receivers still having appointment times? Exactly. Why don't they just let you in? Exactly. There's no shortage of anybody. A health authority has no right to exist. Nice. Sunny and 70 in Vegas. Nice. Slim Shady is banned forever. 70 and sunny. It's going to be super snowy here. Chicken Hall, I'm tired of getting chickens with the goal of getting a truck. Financial goals for the family. Okay, fair enough. It would seem like that wouldn't be a great day with chickens doing the poo-poos on you all day. It seems like that'd be somewhat, discouraging of a day. You might want to buy one of those white, suits that you put on and zip that thing up. Yikes. You have a COVID salad with salmonella dressing. Thank you. We almost can't get to it because of all the snow that's going to be coming. They're pulling everybody in Georgia in the scales to tell you to go around. Do not stay in the snow. Although there'll be trucks stuck everywhere, even though I've known about this snow for 2 days. Okay, it's huge all over the news, weather, everything. There's still going to be drivers stuck that had no idea. Oh, I had no idea. How could one find out about the weather? I didn't watch the news. They'll be like, I didn't see it in the newspaper. Did your 1,600 Canadian drivers threaten to quit if they required it? Well, they did. But, drivers threaten to quit all the time. How many of them would have quit? That's the thing of it. But you just have to see who blinks first. Drivers threaten to quit all the time over stuff. I always go to the automatics. We have drivers, well, I'm going to quit. None of them quit. So I don't know how many people would have quit. It'd be interesting to have seen how many of the 1,600, I'm going to say 160. I'll probably get banned for this, but it's 65 and sunny in Louisiana. Banned. Another person banned 65. It's January, okay? It's 6 below. Actually, right here, it is 36 and cloudy. Slim Shady, don't ban you. Then get some snow. That was a misunderstanding. Insurance, the company owner was, whenever he's not saying yes, he's not saying no. The word he's not saying you have to get a shot. You don't have to. It's your decision. Yeah, that's the way to do it, right? Hey, whatever you want to do, go do it. You do it. That's perfect. I mean, that's the way it should be, right? I just got back home in Iowa right when the snow started flying. Ugh. See, so you better stay there then. It looks like through the day. 15 inch. It looked like all the way past St. Louis. It's going to make a big U. Then go down south and then come up through Atlanta and up the East Coast on the east side. And it's going to be super snowy. Companies want safety until it costs them money. Oh, well, that is certainly true. That's certainly true. They want all safety unless it costs them. And they're like, well, can't we get this delivered? Joan, you got banned from everything. That's true. You probably have the most bans from YouTube that I've ever seen of somebody. Midlife Trucker, Tom Bell snuck alive. And yeah, I want to talk about, the Supreme Court decision from yesterday. I know drivers are all about that. And they came out, I'm like 6-3 even. Wow, that's pretty good. 6-3. So, but the other side went the other way for people that work in the healthcare field. If any of you also maybe are a doctor, like physicians on the side, you'll have to get it because your time in the emergency room at the hospital and, being a brain surgeon and stuff will have to get it. But the rest of the drivers like me won't have to because they can't mandate it. Your company still can mandate it, though. They still can. So the company can mandate it. You just don't have to get it. As I get an alerts and stuff, of course. At least I have the sound off. Not all drivers are anti-vaccine. Yeah, look, that's the thing of it. You can go get it. It's available everywhere. You can just basically walk in any pharmacy and go get it. So I'm not anti-vaccine anyway. I'm just pro do what you want. But anybody that wants it now, certainly, it's available. Walgreens, CVS, I was looking at that earlier today to see, can you go in and get it? Absolutely. No waiting, go right in. So absolutely, go get it. Go get it. I'm just curious if any company is mandating it. That's different than you deciding it. That's them saying, go get it. You have no choice to get it. So I could see snow up on Mount Charleston. Does that qualify? Only if you go in there and make a snow angel. Midlife Trucker Todd Bell, thanks for doing it. Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that and coming in. And I also appreciate a super chat. So thank you very much. I appreciate what you do for drivers too. I mean, we should always go look at this, right? I'm not the only one out here trying to get things changed. So absolutely. We all can work together and change the whole industry. Won't that be something? Another driver here is supposed to be going to South Carolina. He's going to begin the snow at some point. He needs to get going immediately. Proof that vaccines aren't needed. It's the fact that we've never gone extinct. Yet. That day's coming. Not from this. Midlife Trucker, I'm pro-vaccine, but against mandates. Exactly, right. I'm all for whatever you decide with your doctor on anything. I don't think any doctor that is not your care physician should be able to decide stuff. Schneider with your COPD stuff for everybody. Those machines. That doctor is not the one that you decide things with. So that's a decision you make with your doctor and however else you want to make it for yourself. Have you seen people wearing a mask while driving alone in their vehicle, Ryan? I get that sometimes, and you know why? Because, as you know, I do Uber sometimes, and Uber requires a mask for the driver. So in between, I thought maybe it's this. In between dropping somebody off and picking the next person up, you may have a mask on. So I'll just leave it on, because if somebody reports you, you get booted out of the place. So, and I'm always filming inside the car, too, so nobody can say anything. But maybe that's it. Maybe. What do you think about that? I will not comply, but you're welcome to. It's 59 here in Georgia. Absolutely. Sure. I mean, right. And then now you don't have to because they said, hey, government, we can't be doing this. So, and 59, man, that's right on the edge of getting banned. Social Hobbs, what do you want? CDC has too many contradictions. It's an individual choice. I didn't always feel that way. Agree. Right. Agree. They should just make recommendations. That's what I always thought they should do. How about they just recommend, here's our best evidence, our best information. Here it is. That would work out better. Creature 937, parking my truck here in Tellico Plains, Tennessee for the weekend. Yeah, I don't know exactly if it's going to snow that far over, but all right, let's get it parked. It's Friday. I'm in Des Moines right now. Nothing is happening. It snowed a little this morning, Johnny. It's coming down there. It's coming. All right. So if the government is so concerned with drivers having a vaccine, why are they not having the same concerns with training new drivers? Well, because companies have an ATA to lobby them for that. So absolutely. Any extra amount of training that the government requires costs companies money. So that's something they're not interested in doing. The vaccine or whatever, it doesn't cost companies anything. It costs, taxpayers everything. So it doesn't cost them the same way training does. JL Travels, I covered the American-Canadian vaccination for truckers on my channel, which is still up right now. You're more than welcome to go listen to it. Absolutely. Everybody go check that out. The key is to research the company you decide to drive for. Yeah, do more research on your job than you do on the next pair of socks you buy or shoes or whatever. Joe, I don't need a vaccine. I had a roller wiener at the manhole. If you can live through that, you can live through anything. And 8 is in quotes. The vaccine requirement is just one more factor when deciding for whom to work. Yes, of course, something like that can change at any minute, though. You just never know. Just like a company that you go to, maybe they don't have a camera, and you're like, okay, I don't want a camera, and then later they get cameras. So that kind of thing could change at any minute. Gaming, right? I had a 1-year medical card applied to Navajo. They made me redo my card. Concentric gave me 3 months. Wow. I think you only get 1 3-month card. What did they say about that? And a lot of companies, I will say most companies probably make you redo the physical. Do you do drunk Uber riders, Joe? No, I don't go at night. And here in a college town, there's too many bars. I only do it usually now on when they have bonuses, maybe on a Saturday or Sunday. So nights, no. I've read too many things about people throwing up in your car and all kinds of weird stuff. So that's not something I need. But daytime, you go out during the day. There's nobody, people just trying to get around to work or whatever. That's the way to do it, especially when they have a bonus. We supposed to get any at all, Joan? No, at least not here. They require a year to be hired on to Navajo. Really? All right, so why'd you get a 3 month? I mean, I'd show my 1 year. I go, look, I got a year. That's the thing about that, and that's perfect, isn't it? 2 doctors saw the same person and gave a different opinion. Wow. But then the government's going to make something for everybody? See, that's the thing of it. The CDC doesn't mandate, they recommend. The administration mandates. Oh, well, okay, I guess you're right about that. Correct. But they shouldn't be doing that. All they should be doing is putting out information for people and say, here's the best information we have. Now go decide what you want to do. Did you ever watch Simon and Simon? Absolutely. Simon and Simon. I even had a Simon, so that works out better too. If things change, you're going to start applying to other places. Yes, and if enough people did that, the company would change back. For example, if they said, all right, starting February 1st, everybody here gets a mandate, and then if a bunch of people quit, they might rethink it. And that would be for any policy, I guess, that they change. We're going to set our trucks to 55 maximum. All right, and then, wow, everybody's starting to quit. So that's the way to change it, right? Sleep apnea they said Concentra's no good, but my last doctor said no. And see, that's the thing of it. It's anything where you're going to be on some kind of, machine or whatever should be with your own doctor. It should be with their own doctor, I think. But, usually because of a place like Navajo, which is rather a larger place, they're sending a lot of people. So they got to go where it's cheaper. They don't want to start spending $50-$60 a head, with all these people. So I think they'll go to the cheapest place. Blood pressure set in the rules for 24 months, 12 months, and 3 months. Yeah, they can give you one of these 3 months and say, all right, now you have 3 months to go correct, certain other things or whatever. I don't know. I don't have a card for I'm not a doctor, but maybe I should get one of those too. Not an attorney or a doctor, I guess. Did you see this Walmart thing too? I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't want to hold everybody up too long today. Walmart is being sued because their clothes are sexist, and this was sent to me by an astute viewer, which I thought was pretty interesting. They give pants out, which you are not required to wear, but they have uniform pants that they launder. Pretty nice. But they're only men's pants. So the women are like, hey, why aren't there women's pants? And Walmart's like, well, you can wear these pants or get your own pants, but they launder them. So they're being sued by that. I looked up at Cintas. Why can't they just have women's pants? Why don't they just give women the option to have women's uniform pants? I don't understand it. I really don't I don't understand why companies are like that. It can't cost anymore. I still deliver for Staples. All right. Hey, they got that, by the way. I only have 6 years of driving. It's been crazy. Steel Tiger, I know, and it's just going to get better and better. That's scary when hearing what those 2 doctors did. Yeah, 2 doctors can look at you and have a completely different opinion. Isn't that amazing? For those of you that listen to the Tony Award-winning podcast, I had a story about that last Friday. I think I actually did the story on Tuesday. Concentra is notorious for being too restrictive or completely failing drivers, even with clearance letter from personal doctor. Why would the company then? Why would Navajo want that? If they're completely failing, they're paying for the physical. So I would say, look, to them, to Concentra, why don't you just give people a physical if they pass it? Why are you so tough on people there? How much sleep do you get a day being a night driver? I sleep until I wake up. So that's why I like being at night, because I don't need to set an alarm. Today, about 6 hours today. So it just varies. Depends how late I get back, how long my day was. This week has been going great. This week, trailer's been ready every day. I actually looked at this yesterday. I have 27 hours and 17 minutes in 4 days. Logged. I log all my time. So this has been going a great week. I'm not even going to break 33 hours, probably 34 hours this week. That's going to be super good, as long as tonight goes good. And so, 6 hours, 7 hours, it just varies. But I do not set an alarm. I sleep until I wake up, and I figure that's enough sleep because I woke up. Is it bad to get 2 random drug tests within 3 weeks? You get into these ruts of that. You'll go a year with none of them, and then every other day you're getting a random drug test, and you can't refuse it, so you just have no choice. Joan, women need skirts. I don't know if a skirt was an option at a Walmart. I don't know if you could wear a skirt. Probably. I guess you probably could. The uniforms were pants there, though. Probably because of, if there's any bending or, for modesty's sake, basically, that they did that. But if they're going to give pants out to the men, then they should give women's pants to the women, not make the women wear men's pants and say, "Here's, you just wear the same thing, or we're not going to wash them." I didn't like it. Just give people the pants that fit them. Surprised Navajo hasn't been canceled from the woke. Yeah, what's up with that? I went to Iowa 80 to get my DOT physical. Cheeseman reimburses $85. They charge a little over that, but it's quick and easy. Oh, nice. And no waiting in there either. So they'll just accept any physical that you get? Or do you have to go to a certain place? Because that's really unusual. I'm going to a local job for the time being until I can renew my certain 3 months. Yeah, absolutely. Go see if you can go somewhere else. I mean, you can get another physical somewhere else. Hey, Mark, I knew I wasn't going to pass that mandate. I should have made some bets. I seemed like right away they weren't going to do it, and then they didn't come out with anything. But it's 6-3, so now it's over, and they're looking into rulemaking, but that's several years away. A physical is cheap. I'll pick my own doctor. It depends if your company will accept it. Like, I can't just go anywhere. I have to go where they send me. So if I go get a physical anywhere, they won't take it. They only take yours. So that's why I'm saying, do they take a physical anywhere you want? That's not bad. To respect the muzzle is to condone a wrong. Right. What if a man wanted to wear women's pants, Joe? That's true. I might just have pants available. You choose the pants. I guess you could do that too. Usually women's pants don't have pockets, so I wouldn't know where to put my keys. So that's usually the problem. But look, and let's be honest, right? They're a different cut. So the woman that is complaining about it, she should be able to get women's pants. It's their uniform pants. I don't know what Walmart cares about it. Why they're making such a big deal about it. Just let her have her pants. Still doing a weight loss challenge. Yeah, I'm still looking to get into the Tough Mudder later this year. Midlife Trucker, I got 78.5 hours on duty in the first 8 days. 70.5 were driving. Yikes. That's several weeks of work for me. Whew. That's rolling out there. All right, Cheeseman will accept any DOT certified doctor's physical. That's not bad. You know what? Then you can go to a doctor that will get you a physical. And maybe even your doctor if they're a DOT approved doctor. That's good. And then they reimburse. That's very good. And if it's quick at a place like the Iowa 80, plus while you're there, they can get all that chrome attached to your truck and all those extra lights because you get more money and it goes faster. It's 47 at Tate and Lyle in Lafayette, Indiana. How's that? It's 36 here. So how far south is Tate and Lyle? Which one are you at? The one in Evansville? That's funny. Have you made a video or podcast about blocking fuel lines? I talk about it occasionally. I think it's aggravating to no end. Guy, the court ruling does allow a loophole. Any government contract will be mandated if any green jobs will be mandated. All right, yeah, they said something about if you get government contracts, that kind of thing. And also medical people will have to get it as well. Company's physical policy, just one more thing to consider when choosing. That's a very good policy where they're like, just go wherever you want. Then you don't have to go sit in their goofy place. I love it. I actually really love that. Unknown opinion. What's up, Marky? Truck drivers that mess up need to stop talking to the police. Well, I agree with that. As my grandfather and dad were both officers, and they forever drilled in my head, never talk to the cops. They are not your friend. Whenever they're asking you questions, it's so that you can get convicted. That was their whole goal. So I always tell people, never talk to the cops. I did go home 4 days after those 8 days. I should hope so. To recuperate, probably 2 days, I'd sleep. Wow. If you're a company driver, the company can require their doctor for a physical. If a contract, you can go to any DOT doctor. Right. But some companies apparently are more liberal with it, that they just reimburse. That's good. Then you can go figure out where to go yourself. I love it. The doctor depends on Republican or Democrat. Can you ask him that? What is your political affiliation? What if he says I'm an I? A midlife trucker extra chrome may not help, but clean truck seems to avoid inspections, especially in California. Are we at Yuma at the Blue Beacon? That's like the busiest Blue Beacon in the world. Walmart acting like they don't sell women's clothing inside their stores. Joe, yeah, right. I mean, Walmart of all places. And they're like, no, you only have to wear these men's pants. I mean, come on. They have a lot of problems. They got sued and settled for minimum wage violations as well. Walmart did. So, I mean, they have a lot of issues with this for truck drivers. And so now, why don't they have clothes There's not that many women drivers first. And so then can we at least give them decent clothes? Walmart's position is, look, you don't have to wear the pants. We don't require the pants, only the shirt. You can wear whatever pants you want. But Walmart is saying if you wear the pants we give you, we will launder them. We'll clean them. And they won't clean any other pants than those pants. It seems small, but of all places, Walmart can't find women's pants for a women driver to wear. I mean, come on. Cintas, they have them in their uniform catalog. Okay, so all they got to do is approve them, Walmart, and then get you the uniforms you want. I don't like uniforms anyway, so if they're going to do it, though, get you a uniform that fits you. I mean, when I go in there, I got to be on fleek when I'm at all my deliveries. Well, arrived at my shipper to get loaded. Here you go, jail travel. How long's that going to take? The Supreme Court shot it down. Yeah, it's done. That is the last word. I would be better independent. All right, guy. Antonio, hey, do you see Swift driver trying to pass the line of trucks and cars on a 2-lane road and pushing oncoming traffic? No, I haven't seen that, but it probably happens. And it just happens more at Swift because they have more drivers. Part of it is the way that people are paid, right? Right? If you got paid better, I think you wouldn't have to rush like that. Alexandra, hey, Trucking Answers family. Hey, I hope you're not stuck in the snow. I know you head out into all that and see that snow coming down. People in the Midwest, basically north-south line of St. Louis, and then comes down and around. It curves around, goes back up through Atlanta, first snow in 4 years, and then up the coast. Did he get you his? I don't know where that went. Right, that disappears too fast. So nobody really, other than Tyson, has a mandate right now. I'm surprised about that, at least. And so now we really no mandate to cross. We're clear. We're clear, at least for the moment. Although I think they'll be putting the screws to companies, because of what they said. That, we're going to still encourage companies, but you're not going to have to do that. And also, apparently, they're going to mail a mask to everyone, if you saw that. They have 750 million of them stored up. Where do they store 750 million masks? And why would they have those stored up? But they do. They have those stored up. So expect that in the mail pretty soon. Silly goose. Nice. Hey, Mark, I'm in Indiana. I'm from Fort Wayne area. I have 6 to 7 months time. Ooh, any recommendations on your neck of the woods? Well, you can call Pam and get that local job in Fort Wayne. Pam runs local in Fort Wayne out of GM. So I know they're up there. Midlife Trucker, the suit over minimum wage for Walmart overnight was kind of petty. Walmart is one of the highest paying carriers. All they did was change the pay plan. It didn't increase. Well, part of their Walmart thing was California, too, with the breaks and all that kind of weird stuff. A lot of companies get tripped up by that stuff. I agree. Did the winner of the TV get a hold of you yet? No. So there'll be a new giveaway, as long as GP Transco is okay with it, on Monday. Unknown doctors that do not physicals, that do DOT physicals are not real doctors. They're chiropractors. Well, it depends on where you go. And nurses and PAs, right. People forget to see real doctors. That's true. It's usually a physician's assistant here. It can be a doctor, but it's generally not a doctor. I never let the company wash my uniform. I always wash my own clothes. Joe, well, it is nice if they will wash them, where you could turn them in and get 5 more of them. Although I don't know if you get your same clothes back. I'm not sure about that. Walmart just allocated it differently. Yeah. I'm at the plant. I'm 52, headed home after this. Oh, nice. Early day. That's a super early day. Why is it so warm over there? Is it all the chemicals creating some kind of greenhouse effect? U.S. to Canada loads still require a vaccine passport. One way. Coming one way only. Cheeseman is local in Indiana? Really? What cities are they local? Are they local in Fort Wayne? Because you could give them a call. How about that? If they have something local up there, give them a call. Will they take somebody with 6 or 7 months experience? Luke, my company's pro-choice. That's good of them. Sir Edward, that Swift driver wasn't a company driver. Oh, he wasn't? I read that solo drivers are exempt. Everybody's going to be exempt theoretically now because they're not going to be able to mandate it, although your company still can. They did say it was going to be team drivers. That came out a little bit before the Supreme Court did. Whatever happened to Benny Santini? I don't know. That sounds like a name like he needs like a name like the finger, like he's only got 3 fingers on one hand because of some kind of incident. And it's like Benny the Finger Santini kind of thing. Iowa 80 has a chiropractor. Get your back cracked and DOT physical plus dinner. He better buy you dinner after that. Get your back cracked. Is that included in the $85? Greencastle and Newcastle. Oh, not close. Still worth a call. Call them and see what they got going on. A Trucking with T-Bone. Hey, what's going on? Mandate there, T-Bone? All right, 6 months experience at Cheeseman. All right. Worth a call. Certainly worth a phone call. You know who else might be up there? I don't know. Dot. Maybe Dot. I don't know if they do anything up there. Yeah, I know they'll take students because they have trainers. You should get the same clothes back. I would think like, well, if you turn 5 pants in on Friday, aren't there 5 more pants? Or maybe you get 10 pants. I don't know how that works. They have uniforms here, but they don't wash them. And I never wear them. So I'm not sure how the washing of them here or whatever works. I just hang them up. Whenever we get new ones, I hang them up. I have like a half a closet full of uniforms that as the logo changes and the style changes. So is local driving with no overtime pay worth the time? It depends. If it's $40 an hour, maybe, I guess. But, you know, would you be better off $25 an hour plus overtime or $40 an hour straight time? You know, I guess. I do think they should pay overtime locally, but I guess it depends on what are you going to make at the end of the week? I'm going to change my name to the Lafayette Hammer to see if I get sued. Oh, yeah, that guy, you cannot do that. Those billboards have cameras on them. They're going to eyeball you immediately, and you're done. The hammer's going to come down on you. You're finished. We won't see you on there anymore. Hey, it's not Monday. Fleet Nav Systems, right. And we're lucky to not get in the snow, although you may get some of it. We're just talking about the mandate. You guys have a mandate up at your company? The Supreme Court just said that the government's not going to mandate things. Do you have one there? Silly goose, hey, what's going on? Is today Monday? Can be. Not quite. Getting close. Good to see you all. Good to see you, Fleet Nav Systems. Midlife Trucker, Walmart issues you 11. All right, so you turn in 5, I guess, and the others are your other 5s. But they issue 11 men's uniforms, apparently. Forget Pam, come to church at Birmingham. We're 100 times better than that failure. All I'm saying is up there, that actually for Pam at General Motors, the drivers are home daily. They have a dedicated route and get hourly pay. They do better than most Pam drivers. And you still get all the benefits of Pam without having to be over the road with Pam. So you're getting paid for all your time, which is probably unusual for a Pam driver. I've been listening to a lot of your podcasts on the long drives. Great work. Well, Ryan, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Soon to be inducted into the National Broadcasting Hall of Fame. So I appreciate it. They don't know it yet. But thank you very much. Cheeseman is hiring home weekly regional drivers. $1,500 for Fort Wayne. All right. So that's home every week for Cheeseman. Where'd my little Cheeseman go? Right there. Right there. $1,500 home every week. That's some money. There's $75,000 start. No mandate at Schuster. That's good. That's good. They're like, no thank you to that. So we don't have to worry about that now that the government's out of it. And what this attorney said on the show was that this puts companies in a weird position. Companies that do have a mandate now can't stand behind the government. That's what the attorney said. Before they could stand behind it and say, look, it's going to be mandated, so we have to make you do it. He said now companies that do it, if you had some kind of medical problem from it, you could have some kind of course of action. He said you should talk to an attorney at that point because the company is not required to make you do it now. So you're doing it because of work, and he said that makes companies a little more nervous and maybe open to more liability. So always see an attorney if there's a problem like that. Always we're talking to one. Mandates also found at the manhole. Yes, speed mandates there. My company isn't issuing a mandate, but they will make you drive an international. Oh, I don't know which is worse. To be honest with you. Wow, which one do I want? I might just take the shot over an international. People tell me they're nice, but I just don't like them. Walmart uniforms are ironed. So, can I do like light starch? Come on. They press them and everything? Who does that? How much must that cost them? They have tons of drivers. Consider all that money they spend, they can't get this ladies, women's pants to wear. No mandate there. All right, you're good to go up there. If you live north of DMV, they do what? Purdue is looking for a bus driver for their sports teams. Oh, I didn't see that. City Bus is looking for drivers. So is Indigo. Anybody interested in that? Indianapolis Bus Transportation was on the radio. I didn't know Purdue was looking for drivers. But you can also hire on as a city bus driver here in town. That's something you could do. I'll download your podcast on Apple TV today, Joe. Thank you. There are people getting on an Apple TV. I'm like, who watches me on an Apple TV? How does that work? Do I just come out of the speaker? There's only a couple of downloads on that. Mandate for drivers going into Canada starting tomorrow. Yikes. Luke, minus 15 in Watertown, New York. That's more like it for wintertime. That's what kind of numbers I like to see. Big Berry, Blueberry Man. Hey, Mark, nice to catch you today. It's good to see you. Talking about Supreme Court from yesterday came out. Said no to the mandate. 6-3. 6-3. Other than healthcare workers. And then, which was 5-4 in favor. That was 5-4 on the healthcare side of it. Unknown. Can you get unemployment if you get sick from the jab? I don't know because it's not a work-related thing. I don't know. It depends on the state. Whether if you can't come in, some places are actually paying you. So they'll pay you here if you have the vaccine. If you get COVID. So I don't know if you get sick from it. How would you prove it was from that? See, that's the problem. That's a problem. Swift has a mandate for their Canada runs. All right. No mandates there. That's good. So really, we're only finding Tyson, where they treat you like family, apparently, as long as that family demands you do things or not come and see them. That's somewhat ironic. What's with Mack trucks nowadays? 2 different brand new trucks, both under $35,000, both have faults, low fuel pressure. That's not great. A lot of these new trucks have problems. They're random. About 25% of the new trucks we got in last year had problems. One had to go back in the day it came over. I don't know why they don't test this. Apparently the driver got in and I heard about it, and the driver's window didn't work. So maybe just came unplugged driving it over. Shouldn't this be checked before they deliver it? Midlife Trucker, I listened to your podcast on Apple TV when on the road. All right. So you're one of the other few Apple TV people. Does it just come out of the speaker? If a company mandates, they're just letting you know they have power. Well, they do have power. They're an employer. I mean, I guess. David started snowing at the Iowa 80 and still can't find COVID anywhere. Can't find that, but you found snow. Enjoy the buffet for the weekend there. Get a good parking spot. I always would park by the fuel building. That's where I'd park, across from the fuel building, facing the building, because no one would park in front of you there. Always worried about getting out. And then you're right there by the fuel building for quick snack runs. And for main runs, you can always go up to the main building. Oh, good to see you all on Friday. Have a great weekend. Yeah, Fleet Nav Systems, it's going to be good. Enjoy it. It's almost time to go home up there. Watch all these nurses strike out of jealousy. Maybe. It wasn't busy here at this hospital. If you have short-term disability, maybe it would work on short-term. Guy, another question about the doctors. Are you the customer or the asset for their business? Well, see, it depends who's paying, right? Whoever's paying is the customer. That's the problem. So whoever pays is the customer. Podcasts are an app on the Apple TV, and it just plays on what's on my list. Oh, all right. I was wondering, is there just like a TV with a blank screen or something on it? Were people listening? There are not many. Less than a dozen. Oh, okay. So that just says the icon on the screen. Oh, all right. You should show that out the window while you're driving around. That's where I'm at. Nice. Because it's the driver's responsibility to test it, usually out in the middle of Cornfield, Indiana, or Cactus Plant, Texas. All I'm saying is when you get a new truck in, everything ought to work. And the shop gets the truck because they got to put a license plate on it, and they put stickers on it and DOT numbers and everything. All that should be tested before it says, all right, this truck's ready to go. They put permit books in it, IFTA stickers, all these kind of different goofy stuff on it. So shouldn't they test everything? I mean, when I sold cars, I'd be horrified if I gave somebody a car and something didn't work. Before you came in to get your car, we'll be here 10, right? I'm back there turning everything on, make sure everything works, make sure it's full of gas, everything. So that's what I'm saying. There's rumor you have an award-winning podcast and a live show on Mondays. I do a live show every Monday and sometimes like today, and a podcast Tuesday, Friday for those of you on the podcast schedule. So weather permitting, remember that. So podcast is weather permitting, and that's something. A podcast could be canceled because of weather, but it could be. It could be. And those are all headed to the Broadcasting Hall of Fame and also to WGN, Chicago's very own. Well, I was just curious about the vaccine mandate for everybody. And if you all heard about it on the Supreme Court, as we all did, we'll probably get a little thing under this video, which is okay because of that. Apparently just Tyson. So that's good. Just Tyson. Some places paying, some not, but nobody mandating it. And I think they'll be a lot less likely, according to that attorney, for a company to mandate it now because of the liabilities. Right now, it's so hard to get new trucks, people will take anything. Oh my gosh, the price of stuff is crazy. They set a new car price now, $47,100, crazy. Trucks in the $70,000, $80,000 for used pieces of junk. So absolutely, people will take whatever thing they can get off the lot. Boy, I wish I'd be in the business of leasing trucks right now. It'd be amazing. Richard C. Mark left crap ad of the week. Why can't you bring back crap company of the week? Big hit with us. This is pretty close. All that testing you're talking about once was called quality control. Yeah. And there's a sticker that says, hey, quality controlled in Saltillo, Mexico, or whatever it is on these Freightliners. Maybe they should test everything before it comes out of there. And the thing is, the shop, it just went back to the shop. So where they could have fixed it when they had it. If you live in the DMV and need health care, Google free clinic, and there are clinics everywhere. They can get you blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol for free. Don't tell them you got a job. I guess don't tell them. Well, look, I guess if you need medical care, you should go get it. So don't let yourself not get care that you need because you don't have any money. But that's when it works. It's only after it gets out on the road for a few thousand miles that it starts to mess up. Yeah, right. Some of them, we had a lot of DEF problems with, some of them. Some ran great. But then some have these constant DEF lights and everything else. Yeah. Eventually the shop just is like, oh, I guess they all just have a light. So as long as it's running, just keep driving it. Well, I was wondering how truck producers can charge so much on a product that has so many issues. I know there's such poor quality build on them. I've had cheap cars that are built way better than these. Why am I getting a new truck that leaks? I've had that, and it leaks on the windshield. Why are they not sealed in? Don't they test them in some kind of rain chamber or something? But the owner bought 4 or 5 new trucks. He might want to get the other 3 checked out. Just saying, yeah, he should check them all out. SFI and Prime are not taking new truck orders. Really? What are these Prime drivers doing? So you can't go in and pick out a truck with all different weird colors and stuff now? How's Prime going to survive without leasing trucks to everybody, for $1,500 a week? Weather permitting, because we all know Gracie doesn't like to be out in the snow. That's true. She does not go outside, by the way. Cats stay inside. And she's sleeping right now. She's super exhausted from eating breakfast. David started up with less than 100 people. No mandate. Sounds good for business. Maybe COVID will kill the major carriers. Well, here's the thing. 96% of companies had less than 25 drivers. So that's pretty interesting. But look, just because it was 100, if that passed, the next mandate was going to be 1 employee. So believe me, that was not going to end there. Publix gives maintenance meds for free, including amlodipine for BP. That's good. But I do think, look, if you don't have the money for it, don't forego medical care because you don't have it. Some medicine is very inexpensive too. So there's always that few bucks. For $3, you're going to have high blood pressure. I mean, come on. I don't know. I've been trying to sell my truck for a month now and no calls on it. Really? I can't look at people trying to buy my Sonic. People must want to buy your truck for sure. Leasing the used at the moment. Oh, they could do used trucks, I guess. Maybe you'd get a shorter term. That's not a bad way to do it. There are places that are leasing used cars now. So you can go lease a used car. I would only lease a car with a warranty, but that's just me. Got colder when I left the plant. 38 now. Yeah, the plant must be all the chemical reactions there that are causing some kind of greenhouse effect that's causing the plant, because that's more like it. It's 37 here, so absolutely. And cloudy, and we're not going to get any snow. We got lucky. There's a U of snow coming in the country. It's going to drop under me, and come up the East Coast. Walmart has a list of $5 meds. Yeah, everybody's got $5. Look, you can go drive for Uber for 15 minutes and get $5. So there's no reason to not have $5 if you need it. We waste at least $5 of stuff. So, and if you go somewhere, tell the doctor, look, I don't have a lot of money, seriously. And if whatever you're prescribing, try to give me, the generic that's really inexpensive version of whatever you've given me so that I can get the medicine so I can afford it. The doctors always work with you on that kind of stuff. That's generally not a problem at all. Traveling writer. I'm just starting watching at the beginning of the stream, but I've held on to the poke as long as I can. But in order to visit my fiance in the Philippines, I have to, or can't enter the country. Yeah. So nothing we can do about the Philippines. And I don't think she could come here either, right? So I think you're stuck. You will be, at least, if you want to go there. Absolutely. I don't think that will change, really ever. Does your truck have an 8-track player in it? No, but I do have an 8-track player. I have a bunch of 8-tracks, and as a side fact about Mark, I collect 8-tracks that used to come in cars. It's one of the things I collect. It used to be when you get a car in the late 60s into the really late 70s, an 8-track used to come with the car. It had a picture of the car, and it would tell you how to use your sound system, your stereophonic sound system, and it had several tracks of orchestra music and stuff on there, and would show you the whole sound system. And I have a bunch of those from cars. 1976 Cadillac, right? And it has a how to use your 4-speaker sound system. Amazing, right? Prime will get revenue from advertising Skittles because that's what their parking lots look like. I like that they're different colors. I like that, that truck is in your color. I don't like when a company is just like all white trucks. I never like that. Mix it up a little bit. And I like to really ShipX. After a year, they'll wrap your truck. If you work at ShipX for 1 year, they will wrap the semi in a wrap of your choice. So as long as it isn't offensive, that's what they said. And so you get a unique truck there. Pretty good. Can I put my truck in PC to drive for Uber? It doesn't have 4 doors. So that's how they'll get you on the truck. 4 doors, everything. Now you could drive Uber Eats. How about that? You don't need 4 doors for that. 4 doors and everything has to work, meaning heat and air have to work. So, and no dents. It's not supposed to have dents, and no bumper stickers. But you can drive Uber Eats with all that. They don't care because apparently hamburgers don't complain about your bumper stickers. Have you had Bluebell ice cream? Bluebell ice cream. No. I had $5 once, but I spent it on $3. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Not only that, unpoked have limited rights and jail time if caught leaving the house. Traveling writer. Yeah. Some countries are locked down tight. Australia, another one. Right? People are locked up like jail. All the freedom they have there. But they tolerate it. It's because people are staying in their house. The government says stay in your house, and so what do people do? Stay in their house. How about you still go outside? Cost $10 for the $5 grab bag of the Pilot that gave you the high cholesterol. That's why some people can't afford meds. Right, I'll take that grab bag. What if it was full of roller wieners? Ethiopia does not have a mandate. Flat highway. All right. I was just planning a trip to Ethiopia too. So I didn't know that. Not every country does. J&R Schugel does the colors. Midlife Trucker. I love it when companies have trucks that are not white colored trucks. So many of them just buy a fleet white truck and it's just drab. So let's brighten up the trucks a little bit. Did you see Kiss in concert in the 70s? I did not see Kiss. Way too hard rock for me. I saw Barry Manilow several times. So that's more my speed. Right? Waited in line, got tickets, 6th row for Barry Manilow. All right, that's a concert for the ages. No makeup on him either, so pretty nice. Kenworth T680 has 4 doors. Midlife Trucker, oh, that's true. So, you know what? Maybe you could do it in a T680. Now, you'd have a problem with fuel. I mean, you're using a lot of fuel, but be pretty roomy. In Indiana, it has to be 15 years old or newer, which that truck would be, because that's a state law. And 4 doors, and everything works. Heat and air have to work, and seat belts, of course, for everybody. So other than that, yeah, I think you got it then. I didn't think about that. Yeah, absolutely. Easy to sign up. Starting, take a couple days to do background checks. Other than that, just turn it on, drive whenever you want. Right now they have 2 bonuses going in Lafayette. 10 runs pays a $100 bonus. So when you drop off the 10th person, it's $100. And right now through Tuesday, you get $6 extra per run. Okay, you only get the $100 bonus once, but every run gets $6 extra. So if you did 10 runs, you'd get 100 and you'd get 60 because 6 times 10, that's 160. The runs here pay at least $12 or so you can expect. That's another 120. So 280, and you'd make that in around 3 to 4 hours. It'll take you to do 10 people here in town. So $280 for maybe 4 hours work. That's $70 an hour. There you go. Not bad. And you're back at your house, made $280. Or you can keep driving and make $6 extra per run. You can get 2 slice and a drink for $5. They still have slice. Have you ever quit a job on the spot? I have. And walked right in and quit. You bet. I did that a lot early in my career. A Hot Logic Mini and Lean Cuisine has resulted in 20 pounds lost in 6 weeks. No fast food. All right. Lean Cuisine. That's great. And the fast food plus you save money. So that's worth it too. Midlife Trucker, has anyone asked where you work? No, they have not. My Western Express rig is a prison stripe motif. It feels appropriate. Nice. They just put the black stripe on it. That is true. Thinking about it, they're black and white. So that's pretty funny. You must get the jab to get a different color truck. Oh, see, now that's a thing. If it was an international, then it's really a up in the air either way, you know. And as I head out, though, it is good that, you know, people don't ever ask me where I work, which is good, especially on Fridays. You know, I just keep them out of my videos. I don't want them messing around with what I got to say. They're already aggravated with me enough. And also, I don't recruit for them. People do recruit for their companies, but I don't. Let them get their own drivers. That's what I say about that. You know, if they want to get drivers, they got people to do that. Because whenever you make a suggestion at work here, they're like, oh, you know, we have people that do that. I'm like, all right, well, you know what? You still need drivers, so get your own drivers too. You know, so there. That's what I tell them. I guess I told them. Jeez. So where did this go over here, right? Oh, right. Okay, so we have that. Okay, I want to thank Midlife Trucker for being here today. Go check out the channel. And hey, you need a job there, give them a call, right? So that's what we're doing there. Fleet Nav Systems was here today too. So thank you for coming in for them. Also, there we go with that. There's more information about the United Federation of Commercial Drivers right here. So go there for that. And there'll be more information coming out in the next week here about that. We're going to get that all fired up. But I don't want to hold everybody up today. I wanted to talk about that and see if anybody had a mandate, and I guess not, which is good. So I'm going to head on out of there. So let's see, Flat Highway was here today. David Bryant, thanks for being here today. Midlife Trucker, thank you for coming in. Ryan, I will talk about that on the podcast. How about that? Joe was here today. So I'm going to get on out and get going as there's still more to do. Traveling writer. Hey, let me know. Philippines, good weather at least. So at least that. Although you're not going to be able to get there, you're going to have to make a choice. Right? So Unknown is here. Mark Ferguson, Richard C. was here. So we will, of course, be back Monday with the live show. And, of course, more fun and frivolity over the weekend. Let me know if you are getting stuck anywhere. That's what I would like to know. Are you getting stuck going in and out of a place? So write to me about that. If you're getting stuck going in and out of somewhere. You know, see how they're doing with that kind of stuff. So, just curious. Otherwise, head it out. Be safe in the snow this weekend, all right? And we will see you on the next show. All right.